Yes, this is Tactical Red and you're on Tactical United, and this is the Ollie Out show. You know, I've been Ollie Out. I have actually been Ollie Out since my first video, and I'm still Ollie Out now. I'm gonna go through all this. I'm gonna go through everything that this guy just pisses me off in because I used to, but I haven't for a while because I just feel like I'm repeating myself. But I'm gonna have to do it again because it really gets to me. Like, losing this game against Leicester City was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for so many reasons. It was embarrassing basically more. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where like when he said something in his TV interview about something on the basis of he doesn't believe first he blamed Pogba, not playing Pogba and or playing Pogba and Bruno Van der Beek. Playing these two players was based on the fact that players needed rest, but then he said we was tired. So he said we was tired for playing a couple games, but then he rested players and then he still said we were tired. That doesn't make any sense. He makes like for like substitutions, doesn't change anything. Tactically, he's inept. When he's on the bench, he looks at Carrick, looks at McKenna, because I don't know what Phelan does. Phelan does nothing. But he looks at Carrick, looks at McKenna, and asks what to do. He doesn't know how to make decisions. He's not a leader. Yeah? He's not a leader. He's an Ed Woodward fanboy. He's only there. The only reason Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still in the job is because Ed Woodward loves him. Because he doesn't complain. He doesn't ask for more money. He always praises them in press conferences. He never complains. He never wants more. He says we have to work what we've got. He's basically happy to be there. He's there and doing all of this because he has £3 million in the bank every year. Now, he was not getting anything close to that in Mulder. And all those Man United fans, that are, saying that, give him time. All them Man United fans there that want him to have all the time in the world, yeah, all them fans, all you guys, yeah, you're getting tricked because Ollie doesn't care about the club. He only cares about self-preservation. Now, and preserving his job because he wants money. From the beginning, he's never been good. He's never been tactically inept. He's never been tactically good enough. He's never been able to develop players. No players has developed. People talk about Luke Shaw and Rashford. These are natural occurrences. When you get older, you get better. But there's been no actual progression in how they are. Like, Rashford still does bullshit that, he does. Luke Shaw has got better. Luke Shaw is a better player. But I think maybe, all that stuff that Mourinho was drilling into him, finally, he just needed maybe someone to just appreciate him and love him, and he can relax and play his game. Now, yeah, Ollie maybe gives him that confidence, but there's no way that he's developing him on the football pitch. There's no way. And only way Ollie can get the best out of players is by recruiting players in those positions. So getting the best out of Pogba, you bring him back, you don't play him, or you got McTominay, Fred there, and you got Van der Beek there, so Pogba has to step up. Diallo got signed. Greenwood has played a little bit better since Diallo come in because he doesn't want to lose his position to the next young kid. It's not coaching. It's not anything to do with what Ollie does on the pitch. And apparently Ollie doesn't do the coaching, and Ollie hires the coaches. So if he hires coaches, therefore he has to hire good coaches, but he just hires his friends. This is what he does. He says scandalous stuff about Man United, and he says that we trophies are for egos, but if you're saying that as a Man United fan, that should be enough for you. That should be how dare you? Like, you know, we as Man United fans, we say, okay, we've won this amount, Liverpool have won that amount, Chelsea have won that amount, Arsenal, you know, this is what we do as fans. We want to count our trophies. It's like counting how much money you have. You know what I mean? The more money you have, the better you are, and that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Like for him, trophies don't mean nothing for him. Do you know why? Because he doesn't have Man United's interest at heart. He has only the Glazers and Ed Woodward's and himself interest, self-preservation. Fergie was for the fans. You know Fergie was for the fans. That's why he would demand certain type of football, a certain type of style, and it wouldn't change for anyone. Ollie, you know, when he first came in, was playing attacking football when there was no pressure. Yeah, no pressure. The pressure, when pressure comes in, people change. You know, pressure came in, he changed the way he wanted to play. What does that say about the person that you're dealing with? You're dealing with someone who's not ready. Because if they're changing their whole approach, as soon as a little bit of pressure came in, what does that say about the person? You know, he's been frauding with McTominay and Fred back in centre defenders, and now Bailly wants to leave, our best defender, because he doesn't get games because he's just focused on Lindelof and Maguire, and he should leave. He should leave. Pogba should leave. Bruno should leave. If they want to keep Ollie at the club, all these players should leave. I think like they should, and I'm not like, I know it would be the worst for the club, but Ollie could destroy everything if he stays for 2 more years. Because yeah, we finished second, but we would never finish second again. There is no doubt about it. Like if Ollie stays, we will never finish second again, and we're not even gonna finish second. We can still finish outside the top 4. I am still not 100% confident. I'm not. Like I think, you know, Tottenham only have the top 4, so they're gonna be fighting on all fronts for that top 4, whilst we're playing Europa League and Europa League and Premier League. You know, Liverpool, I think, you know, if they have a good run, and the Liverpool's fixtures are quite easy if you look at them, so they could also finish top 4. We're not guaranteed. Like, you know, we're not guaranteed top 4 at all for me. For me, like I think Brighton are gonna shock us. I think we're gonna be shocked under Brighton. Like and another thing that he said, in the post match interview, he said, the players are gonna go for international break. Yeah, it's good for them to be around something new. Maybe they're gonna come back better. So, like, do you understand the gravity of what he's saying? It's huge to me. Like, you know, because I listen to things, and then I don't just take it on face value. I look at the deeper meaning behind what has been said. Okay, and the deeper meaning behind what has been said is that I need a break. The players need to go away from me, and maybe they'll be coached better and come back playing better for me, because I can't get the best out of them. He said like near enough word for word. Hopefully the players will go on international break. Some players will get games and they'll come back better for it, being in a different environment, not being at the training ground all the time. What? Isn't being at the training ground? Like, first of all, you said we can't train a lot. Like, he's a liar. Another thing, he's a liar. First of all, he said you can't train a lot. Now he's saying we're right at the training ground too much and they need to do something new. They've been traveling here, there, and everywhere. He's basically saying in very, very uncertain terms, I cannot get the best out of them. So hopefully they go on international break, they feel better, they come back all nice and happy, and then they can play well for me. He's a coward. He is the worst manager I've ever come across. And I'm not talking about football. I am talking about ever come across in life. In life. The only reason he is in jobs like this because he is the luckiest manager in the world. Lockdown got him top 3. This pandemic has got maybe get him Champions League. Maybe, you know, Because our only reason our away record is good is because we don't have fans. You know, our home record was never good under Ollie. Our away record was never the great under Ollie until the fans left. He is surviving off the pandemic. He's surviving off the pandemic. Yeah? He honestly is surviving off the pandemic. This is just the factual. This is facts. It's facts. Surviving off the pandemic. Now, like, he does so much more damage to the club. You know, he's destroyed Greenwood. He plays Pogba on the left. Because I hadn't even got into the tactics yet. You know, he plays Pogba on the left. Why? When you have Fred and Matic in your midfield, why don't you rest Fred? Yeah, play Matic and Pogba, because Pogba can play holding midfield. Like, when he was in the holding midfield before he got injured, he was tackling, passing, controlling games, releasing the ball. And I'm sorry. I think he does things because he doesn't want people to say Pogba should play in the centre. He wants to stick with his Fred. He wants to stick with his Fred and his McTominay because it makes him feel comfortable. Because they can defend and they will sit in front of the back four, and he's happy to not concede goals more than score as a striker, because his whole thing is about self-preservation, and if you don't concede goals, you're less likely to lose. So that's why when we play against big teams, and then when we play against in semi-finals and stuff like that, is why we don't win, because we don't have an attacking style. Now, when we beat City and won all these beat AC Milan and West Ham, honestly speaking, I was watching all of the games and I was disappointed with West Ham. I was disappointed with AC Milan in both legs because they had chances to score at least 4 goals in the first leg, and they should have scored at least a goal in the second leg. They technically scored more than 1 goal in the first leg, but VAR came to our rescue once again. This is what I'm saying. It's continuous trash. It's continuous trash from Manchester United. It doesn't stop. Our trash performances continue. Signing Cavani doesn't want to stay there. No one wants to stay at Manchester United. Nobody wants to stay at Manchester United. Pogba doesn't want to stay. Cavani doesn't want to stay. Eric Bailly doesn't want to stay. Martial, in his heart, probably doesn't want to stay. I'm telling you, soon Bruno won't want to stay, if not already. You guys have to see that it's all because of the manager and the way his tactics, or the way he treats players. He treats players shockingly bad as Mourinho does, but he just does it with a smile and a not so aggressive manner. But for me, it is aggressive. For me, it's passive aggressive. He's a liar. You can't trust a liar. He lies continuously in press conferences. You can't trust someone who lies. Like, if I continue to lie to you, how are you going to trust me to do anything if I'm just lying to you all the time? That's what he does. He continually lies to the fans. The worst one was, we're going to see Ighalo against his old club Watford, and he doesn't get a kick. If I was Ighalo, I'd be like, fuck you, man. You're a dickhead. You're just a prick. Like, yeah, Bay's been playing well. Better than both of Lindelof and Maguire, but keeps getting benched for them. It just Bruno needs a rest, but then you rest him in big games. Rashford, you kill Rashford basically, and now he's injured, but you're resting him for the England thing. You rested him against Leicester, and he's going to play for England. Are you making that decision, or did Rashford say, you know what, boss, I'm not going to play against Leicester, but I'm going to play for England? Like, what are you doing? There's no control. He's not respected. He's not respected, and you know what? His likability factor's diminishing. Like, Lingard goes to West Ham, scores, assists, does mad things. Why can't he do that at Old Trafford? Lingard's basically been shit since you've arrived. Give or take. You didn't handle him that well, and then you said you kept praising him and never played him. This is what you do. You praise Van der Beek all day, never play him, then you play him in one game and kill him after he's been injured for 2-3 weeks. And he doesn't play a lot anyway. Then you put him in a game and he looks lost and he just gets taken off. Van der Beek for me looks like he looks like his head is gone. He looks like he just looks gone to me. He looks like he doesn't know who he is. I think he doesn't know how to play football anymore. I think Van der Beek he's so scared to make a mistake, he keeps passing backwards. And people are attacking him. But it's not his fault. It's Ollie's fault. Ollie is the worst thing that's happened to Manchester United since the Glazers. And people be like, how can you say that we're second? I want to know where we're finishing before you start talking about second. Because we might be second now, but I'm not confident we're going to be second at the end of the season. I'm 50-50 whether we get top 4. I'm 50-50. Even though we're 9 points clear, I'm 50-50. Tottenham could win 3. Tottenham, we play Brighton. We play Brighton, and then we play Tottenham after. Now, if I'm Jose Mourinho, I am pinpointing that Man United game 100%. Like, Tottenham are the most informed team in the Premier League, along with Man City. They're trying to get to that top 4 summit. Brighton, Granada, Tottenham. I think Brighton could spin us. I think Granada will beat them. I think Tottenham, we could lose again. We could lose 2 on the bounce. And then Tottenham could win 2 on the bounce. And then it could be 3 or 4 points in it. And then Ollie is shitting his arse. Shit is coming out of his arse. Because he's got no fucking... He can't squeeze his bum. Because it's been opened up too much by... Anyway. All I'm saying is... I just think he's just the worst thing that's happened at Man United. And he has so many faults. And he's the reason why Glazers don't get attacked, because he protects them. And, all these, the biggest fan channel, United Standards, always say, this is the biggest fan channel. I don't care, I'm going to keep saying them, because they're the ones who are, like, I was watching one of their episodes, and they're the ones who are still riding, like, they're Ollie out 1 minute, back Ollie, now it's like, I'm not sure he's going to survive, because you can't keep pushing the rhetoric of backing your manager when he shouldn't be backed. It's just ridiculous. He should not be backed. He should not be backed, and you're backing him. It's embarrassing, it's shocking, and as Man United fans, we need him to be out for us to be successful. We could have the best structure in the world, and Ollie would still fuck shit up. And that's the ultimate key. He doesn't do the coaching. Does he do the tactics? Does he do anything? Does he actually do anything? What does he actually do? Except, talk to the players and be their friends. But then snake them at the same time. If I was a Man United player, because I'm a Man United fan, I probably wouldn't leave, but I'd really, really, really pissed off. Honestly, I'd be pissed off. Look at Diallo, went to AC Milan, played well against us, both games. He hasn't played that well for Man United. Coaching. It's simple. Lukaku, bagging. Why? Because Ollie was desperate for Martial, and now he got rid of Lukaku. Yeah? Okay, let's just break it down. Got rid of Lukaku, so Martial could be first team, then brought in another striker, and then played that striker over Martial, and now Martial and Cavani are worse than Lukaku. Illogical. And Cavani is, not better than Lukaku, and Martial isn't. It's crazy. It's madness, but this is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for you. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The man that some fans are still backing, and this, that, and the other. I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United. Everyone enjoy their day.